my 20s and Ben Affleck's 20s. Like, we wrote that together, and just the whole story of getting it made was one whole thing. But then once we got it made, to have Robin sign up to do it was that's really what got us a green light. And I just have so many memories of that guy. He changed our lives, and he couldn't have been more gracious, more hardworking. As writers, like, he was a guy who could come in and just throw lines out. For instance, the last line of that movie, he reads a letter from me and he says, "Son of a bitch, he stole my line." That wasn't scripted. Robin just did that. We had scripted that he just kind of sits there and takes it in and realizes that my character's gone, and he didn't say anything. He just kind of took that moment. And the one that's in the movie, he just said, "Son of a bitch, he stole my line." And I was with Gus Van Sant, the director. We were both next to the camera, and I remember grabbing him like this, like shaking him, like, because we knew that was it the second he said it. And then we probably did 10 more takes after that, because Robin would just go until he literally had mined everything in that beautiful brain of his. Yeah, he just was a really special guy.
Sean, if the professor calls about that job, just tell him, sorry. I had to go see about a girl. Will.
Son of a bitch. He stole my line.
We wrote that movie specifically. Ben and I wrote it because we wanted the parts as actors. And at the time, there was a really popular movie that we all loved called Reservoir Dogs, Quentin Tarantino's first movie. And the story we had heard was that because Harvey Keitel signed up for the movie, Quentin got, I think it was $500,000. That was his budget, and he could make the movie. And so we wrote that part that Robin eventually took. We called it the Harvey Keitel part, looking for an actor who could get us money, because Ben and I wanted to star in the movie and we knew we were worth nothing. So we needed to get somebody. And we wrote it really open-ended. You know, we wrote it, okay, they're from the same neighborhood, so they kind of understand each other. But we also knew we could adjust it if Morgan Freeman or somebody like Denzel Washington wanted to come in and play it. We could make that character from Roxbury and like kind of explore the kind of historic racial tension in Boston. If Meryl Streep took the part, we could, instead of a father-son relationship, it would be a mother-son relationship. So we really left it open because we wanted to cast as wide a net as possible, because we're trying to get the movie made. We went from literally the year before, Billy Crystal was hosting the Oscars, and we were shooting Good Will Hunting in Toronto, and we were watching it on TV at our little condo. So the whole cast was betting on who they thought would win, and Gus Van Sant, the director, was with us, and we're just kind of, you know, on our couch watching the Oscars. And from that, we went to the very next year, sitting in the front row, and Billy Crystal, in the medley that the musical number that he would open the show with, actually started to sing about Ben and me, and it was just completely surreal. It took years to kind of process what happened that night. It was utterly surreal.